Communities are starting.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to This Day. Today is Saturday and it is April 4th. So thank you for joining us. Today we are going to have an update with Jeff Parker, who's going to talk to us a little about the Ayers Hotel situation that's going on. Plus, we're also going to talk about the new CDC recommendations about wearing masks. And then we're also going to bring you an In Your Neighborhood segment with our fun friends over at Old Pros. They've got some new podcasts that they'd like to tell us about. But first, let's go ahead and tell you a little bit about the information that we've been telling you as a regular basis, where you can get all of your COVID-19 information. You can go to ochealthinfo.com, and here's the website for you. In the middle, it has a kind of just sort of an area where you can click, and that way you can go ahead and it will bring you right to where you need to click again on information where you can get all of the cases per city. So you will be able to see the updated numbers from the Orange County Health Department, and it will give you, see right there in the middle, it's COVID-19 case counts and testing figures. It'll be giving you all of those updates that we have been talking to you about, and that way you can stay on top of what's going on in the community and in Orange County. So you go to orangecountyhealthinfo.com, or you can go to ocgov.com. Then of course you can always go to our website, lagunawoodsvillage.com, click on the coronavirus update button in the middle, the red button, and we will give you all of the latest information as we have available. Plus, there's also amazing resources there for you to find out all about the grocery stores, who's doing delivery. We are updating that on a regular basis. In fact, some of the things that we've been telling you about here on Village Television is we are putting those on the website as well, so you can go ahead and click on some of those resources there. If you have any questions, go to info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. You can email us there, or you could also listen to our recorded hotline, which is 949-268-2019, and we will always have that updated as we have information to share with you. All right, let's take a look at our weather. It's looking really nice for today, even though we are going to be getting some partly cloudy skies towards the afternoon. 66-55 today. Tomorrow we are going to see more clouds and showers that are coming in. We've got actually quite a few showers coming in for the next 5 days, but right now we're looking at showers tomorrow, 64-51, and then rain Monday all day, 59-52. So as we move forward closer to the week, we'll tell you a little bit more about that rain that's coming in. Then we have the most gorgeous sunset picture that was sent by one of our residents, Joel Goldstein. So Joel, thank you so much. It is absolutely beautiful. Our sunrise was 6:35 this morning, and then our sunset will be at 7:13. So if you have a beautiful sunrise or sunset picture that you would like to share with us, please email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. We will be right back with Jeff Parker, so stay with us.
Communities are starting to feel the financial impact of COVID-19, commonly called coronavirus. But we want you to know that there is help. We have disability insurance for workers who are ill or medically quarantined due to COVID-19. Paid family leave is available for those caring for an ill or medically quarantined family member, and unemployment insurance for reduced hours or lost work. We're all in this together. For information on how to stay healthy, visit covid19.ca.gov.
We consider hearing to be an essential part of your life. During this time of quarantine and isolation, you need to be hearing the best you can to understand how to stay safe and to hear your friends and family. Advanced Ear Care is offering service to everyone that needs help with their hearing aids, no matter where it was you purchased. If it's not working properly, please call for a free troubleshooting appointment. We even have hands-free, no-contact curbside service. There's no charge for this service. Advanced Ear Care is here to keep you hearing during these critical days.
Just wanted to let you know, in the midst of the COVID virus update, we are open. We are seeing emergency treatment. We've taken some extra precautions to make sure that our patients are safe. We're taking temperatures to make sure that no one has a fever, and we're also having patients rinse with a medication called Pyroxal for 30 seconds. And there's a number of other precautions that we've taken here in our office to make sure that everyone stays safe during this difficult time.
Welcome back. We have Jeff Parker here who's going to give us an update. Wow, we've got quite a situation right next door to us here. So tell us a little bit about some things that are going on.
Well, good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
Unfortunately, for our community, and something that's very scary and concerning to our community is that we were notified on Tuesday, Wednesday by the city, who partners with us on a lot of activities, that the county, without notifying either the village or the city, had entered into a lease agreement with the Ayers Hotel to house homeless individuals in isolation that are either have contracted COVID-19 or are showing symptoms of COVID-19.
Right.
And their attempt is to meet a state order that came out of the governor's office down to the county that they needed to reduce the population at the various homeless shelters and ensure people that are homeless on the street don't contract other people, so they want to separate them. So their ideas was to find some hotels in Orange County that would be willing to lease themselves back to the county for this type of operation.
Right.
And unfortunately, we found out at a very late date by the county's notification to the city that the Ayers Hotel was on one of these facilities.
Right, and there was a huge protest yesterday. I mean, many of the residents, they were sitting in their cars, they were honking their horns. I mean, what an uproar. We have 18,000 or more residents who are 55 and over, and many of them are of high risk.
That's exactly right. As soon as we found out, and working with the city, we took their press release and modified it, and we sent out a notice to everybody that has an email address in the village. So obviously we got the notice out and wanted to make sure everybody was aware of it so that they could call Supervisor Lisa Bartlett's office, or call the Ayers office if they knew that number, or call the county in general. So that is being done. Congratulations to our community, and I just want to keep saying, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. We want to put the pressure on them because it is not the right location. We went on television with some of the crews that were down here. Yesterday's activity was great, trying to get the message. It's not that you don't need to do this. We understand that that's an issue for the county to handle, but not in the middle, right in the middle of the most at-risk community in all of Orange County.
Exactly.
This is 18,800 residents here that are all in the category that we're talking about with regards to the most high risk. It's just ludicrous. It's just idiotic that they would put it here. They can have all the safeguards they want to say. It's not a prison. They call it a lockdown facility, but it's not a prison. So a person could walk out of there, and that is the problem. And you also have healthcare workers. They're going to be there. You have security people there. We don't know where these individuals are going to go after work. And so the potential is there, and that potential is what shouldn't be in this community.
Exactly. So what happens now going forward? I'm sure you guys have been in contact with the correct legislature people. I mean, tell me what has been done now. So
the first thing we did was we put a message into Lisa Bartlett's office. We also then communicated that day. We talked to our Assemblywoman, Ms. Norris, And we told her. So she was able to line us up with a telephonic communication with the CEO of the county and his staff who are dealing with the homeless directly. So that conversation was interesting because they kind of walked us through how they had sent out a notice of how it was going to operate. And Chris Macon and I were on the phone call, and we kept kind of saying, well, you said you're working in partnership with the city, and in fact, you didn't call the city. You didn't even call the village. So why are you saying you're working in partnership with us? And then we went through and said, well, this isn't a true statement. First, the word was that it was only going to be for South Orange County. So that comment was made. Well, it's not. It's for, they need to empty up their homeless shelters. There aren't a lot of homeless shelters in South Orange County, so you know that means that they're going to bring people here from other parts of the county. Again, one is too many in this location. It isn't the amount, because the location is the wrong place. And I want to keep reiterating that. They could have found a better location. They still can find a better location. One of the things that we found out that we are continuing to ask the county is, they said they had 3 or 4 hotels and 2 or 3 of them dropped out, and it was kind of like the Ayers was the only one left. And that to me begs to, well, how did you go about setting this criteria up? How many beds at a hotel were you looking at? How many hotels were you looking at? Or did you find somebody who was willing to do it and you just said, we're going with that one and forget the rest? I think that's what happened. I also think that they separated them out within the county supervisoral districts, which is often what they do in these kind of situations with regards to the homeless shelters. But that doesn't mean that's the best thing. If they're talking about it needs to be close to medical facilities and all that, why doesn't Irvine have one? There's more medical facilities in the Irvine area, and yet they're not. There's no hotel in Irvine that could meet this criteria. That seems a little suspect.
Right. What would you like our residents to do?
I think our residents just need to be vigilant as they have been. The protest was great yesterday. Keep calling the supervisor's office. Keep calling Ayers Corporation if you have that number, and if you don't, we'll make sure you have it. But certainly the supervisor's office. She made a comment, she made a press release that it's the EOC. The EOC is part of the county. It's not a separate agency. It works under the guise of the county. They have different authorities. But at the end of the day, if the supervisors want to do this differently, they can make it happen. And so that's how we need to work through this. The city and Laguna Woods Village are looking at every opportunity that we can to fight this, including looking at our legal options and what they are. So we are taking that evaluation as we speak right now and working on that over the weekend. And we will be able to come back on Monday and probably provide you with more updates on where we're at.
All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and show that number again. We are looking at, write this down, 714-834-3550. Pick up that phone and give her office a call as many times as you need to. And also email her at lisa.bartlett@ocgov.com and make your voice heard now more than ever. Absolutely. Well, thank you. That's good information.
Thank you.
What else do you have for us?
Well, we both have our masks right in front of us, right?
Yes.
As the public probably has heard, the direction out there is to consider gloves, obviously, when you're out and about, and certainly even in an office environment where you're touching a lot of material. Wearing gloves, wearing masks, it's a protection for you. It's a protection for other people. Going outside now, the expectation and the suggestion is that everybody that's going out and about to go to the market or anything should wear protective activities like a mask. I have goggles even downstairs that some people are recommending that you wear goggles along with the mask. All of this is a protection, and that spacing, distancing, all of it is to slow down again the curve and flatten the curve with regards to not spreading this very, very, very difficult to handle virus. And it is something that we need to all be super vigilant about and take every activity that we can to slow this thing down. The village is doing great. I will tell you that one of the pleasant things I see when I open up the information every day from the county is that we're still not listed as having cases over 5, and that's
Right.
so important because, and I think it comes down to the age bracket that we are. As much as they are the high risk, I think they also have gone through a lot in their life and they understand to follow rules, and they're doing that. They're staying home. They're not engaging in activities other than what they have to.
Right.
I also wanted to mention that we've been in conversation with Stater Brothers to see if we can increase the amount of drop off for people and or delivery at home. Stater Brothers has been a great partner in this too. So, partnering with Stater Brothers and the businesses across the street, and they're concerned about the heirs too. They don't want to have that here. And so working with them, working with the city, we're there for the community. And I want the community to know that we're doing everything we can to try to stop the heirs from being occupied.
Well, thank you very much for the information. Have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Monday with new info.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
All right, take it easy. And remember, give Lisa Bartlett a call or an email. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Well, we have a few members here from Old Pros. We have Gila here and Bill and Sunita. Well, welcome everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to our new format of Zoom interviewing.
Yes, it's amazing.
It is. Well, how are you guys all doing? First off, let's just kind of go around the room here and tell me how you're doing. Gila, let's start with you.
I'm busy as always, even though we're not leaving the house. Zoom is amazing. Just being part of the podcasts, which are keeping us, right on our toes.
Right.
And still working with the Old Pros. So it's, so busy. Yeah.
So you're finding ways to communicate even though you're doing your social distancing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we've heard great things about the community, that everybody's doing a really good job. Bill, how about you?
I work out of my studio every day. I'm been busy, and once in a while I go out for a walk, but otherwise my work hasn't changed. I've been very lucky that I've been doing the social distancing working for many years, so it's all good.
Yeah, I hear you. And Sunita, how about you?
Well, I'm trying to use my time with my Spanish learning. And guess what? I haven't played the piano for 10 years. So I'm back to that little by little. And of course, Old Pros, it's wonderful to stay active.
Excellent. Well, I'm so happy for you guys. I mean, I think this has all been a very good learning experience for all of us to just sort of figure out all the things that we probably haven't been getting to that we probably should be getting to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's get to our subject.
Out.
Pardon me?
Cleaning closets out.
Exactly.
Yeah, cleaning closets, painting, gardening, whatever we've been putting off. So, all right. Well, let's talk about.
Also, admiring the flora around us when we are walking, because we didn't have time to stand and stare. Now we do.
Right. All right. Well, let's talk about podcasts, because I know that's what you guys are here to talk about. And everybody is now going to know exactly what we're talking about in podcasts. So, Sunita, why don't you tell me a little bit about the process and just kind of what it's all about?
Okay, well, just for some of you who may not know what a podcast is, let me just take you down memory lane. When we were growing up, we used to listen to those wonderful stories on the radio. A podcast is just that, but instead of the radio, Old Pros is using the internet. Mm-hmm. We launched our Old Pros Radio Hour in November of 2019 with only 5 episodes. Mm-hmm. Every Friday, we post a new episode, and guess what? we've grown from 5 to 25 today, being a Friday. Our 25th episode was posted.
Excellent.
Now, we all know that our Laguna Woods Village residents come from different walks of life. Their life experience are very rich and vibrant. They have many extraordinary stories to share. Old Pros Radio Hours is a series of such podcasts. And it's free. Ding, 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 ding. You can listen to these podcasts wherever, whenever, because we are using the internet.
Right.
And Lisa, you can send the information to your family and friends in the US as well as abroad.
Oh.
So you need to go to ocoldpros.org and there's a blue icon, Old Pros Radio Hour, that you can click on.
Perfect.
Our episodes are about 30 minutes each, and we cover a wide variety of topics. For example, humor, drama, nonfiction, romance. And we also have our specials. In February, we did our Valentine's Day special,
Right.
Love Fill the Air. Upcoming specials are Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Great. That sounds great. And, you know, and I like the fact that you have lots of different people participating and you have a nice genre for different, you know, time frames and things like that. So Gila, what are some things that you're responsible for when you do these podcasts?
Well, I have been writing, among other things, I've been writing the narrations that our friend Bill here ends up reading, which we are very grateful for. But I also have been writing some stories, and part of that is this. The stories and the narrations are by people that live right here in Laguna Woods. And there are some stories that were, you know, in public domain, but mostly from people that live right here. And they go out, as Sunita said, to the whole world, which is amazing. They cry, they laugh, they get into their, you know, their imaginations around the world. And they come from right here. And so part of what I do is write some stories and read them. And then I'd like to reach out to people here in Laguna Woods who may have their own stories, who would like to share them with all these people around the world who have been listening. Stories about your family, about your pets, maybe something funny that happened that you still laugh at after many years. Maybe a story that about your experiences traveling or special holidays that you've shared with friends and family, all kinds of stories. And we would love you to write them and send them in, and we will help you share them with people everywhere, Asia, Africa, Europe. They really are listening.
That's great. And, you know, one thing I was going to say is that we talked about on our show the other day about writing an autobiography. But I think for some people, it might be hard to get started. You know, how do you get started writing? You know, what are some ideas that you would have for them?
If you sit down and just let your imagination take over, sometimes they say that you should sit there and plan it out and get the you know, make your what's the beginning, what's the middle, what's the end. But an awful lot of people just sit there and say, oh, I remember that time, and start to write.
Okay.
And they just write, and the writing takes over. So you can do it either way. You can really plan it out if you want to.
Yeah.
This is something you always wanted to share with people, or you could just sit there and, you know, let it just happen. Your pen or pencil or computer becomes a magic instrument and does it for you.
Now, Bill, you look like you have some ideas there. You look like you're itching to tell us.
No, not itching at just spoken like a true Gila, spoken like a true writer. You know, you sit down, do by the seat of your pants, or you map it out. But the stories, the fact that they all come from the village is what got me attracted to this. Because I was in the business of narrating books, and I thought, oh, okay, I can do something local with the community here, and went to the initial meetings, and then found out they really had no technical idea of how to put the podcast together. And I have actually done that. I've produced my own podcasts, and I got involved with the technical side of this, and read some stories, and they said, would you host this thing? I said, sure, it's easy enough. I do it from here in my studio. So I just send the intros and outros, and they put it together. But it's the stories. I mean, I love writing and just reading, and just, you can write to write a story, even if it's a memoir, just sit down and start to write.
Yeah.
And let your imagination do it. Right. And then you go back and edit it, as any good writer will tell you. The first edit, the first draft is nothing. It's the editing when you start to go back. And that's what makes great stories.
Now, you said that you've started to get a lot more people listening now, and I know you can track that. How has the response been?
Sunita?
Well, it's getting better. We had more than 1,000 listeners. Is that right, Gila? Yeah. And it comes from all over the world. I mean, we've had India and we've had China, have we? I can't remember. But the UK, and it's, widespread. And remember, we are bringing the whole world into the audience's own space. I think that's the key.
Well, I love that. And I think it's, it's a really nice opportunity, like I said, for people to be involved, as well as something that you're giving back to the community, and you're giving, like you said, to the world to be able to listen. Because like you said, Gila, there's a lot of people here who have amazing stories, and they've really contributed a lot to our community as well as to our country. And there could even be people from, another country that have moved here that have lots of stories. So why don't we tell everybody how they can get a hold of you guys? I know, Cindy, you gave us the website. Go ahead and give us that information again, because we'll put that up on the screen for them.
Wonderful. You have to go to the site ocoldpros.org. And on that page, you will see a blue icon which reads Old Pro Radio Hour. Right. Click on that and woohoo, you will see all the episodes in chronological order. Or you can go to buzzsprout.com/443044 and go directly to Old Pro Radio Hours. I'm going to quiz you on those sites, Gila.
Really? Well, that is awesome. Well, I appreciate all of you spending time with us, and good luck, and stay healthy, and enjoy your social distancing.
Thank you. Thank you for having us there.
All right.
So everybody tune on to Old Pros Radio Hour. Let's go.
All right. You guys are awesome. Thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. And we'll be right back after this.